Welcome to the Horse Talk Show.
You never heard of a talking horse?
With your host, Louisa Barton.
I want to be a famous rider. I should like to race.
Presented by Peterson and Smith Equine Hospital.
Truth is, I help horses with people problems.
Now here's the Brit on the bit, Louisa Barton.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
The Larson family has been farming hay in Idaho for generations with a mission to always provide high-quality hay products at a fair and reasonable price. Larson Hay loves to meet new customers while always honoring the ones they already have. Find Larson Hay on the web at larsonhay.com, like them on Facebook, and definitely visit one of their locations. Larson Hay, Idaho's finest alfalfa, and our television broadcast sponsor. The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital.
That way we don't look.
Do you want me to throw them out?
What happened to the opener?
It already happened.
Where was I? Okay. Can we please delete and start again?
Do you want me to turn that on?
No, bloopers. Start.
No! We
Bloopers!
can't.
Bloopers! Start over. Oh, did you mess up? Oh, I'm so sorry.
Okay, I'm just going to be quiet and let you two talk. You know this is the Horse Talk Show.
Wait a minute.
Based in Ocala.
Do you know who it's presented by?
Presented by... No. Oh.
Begins with P. P.
Piranha.
One day. Peterson and
Smith.
Equine Hospital.
Okay.
And Complete Care. We're practicing for next week.
We have to write this down for me.
Yes, we're practicing for next week because I won't be here. And this will be your host. Ta-da!
Yay!
And he'll say, thank you for joining us on the...
Peterson and Smith. The Horse Talk Show. Presented by Peterson Smith Equine Hospital.
And Complete Care.
And Complete Care.
Think about not just
I need to have
hospital, but
written
complete
down.
care.
I'm not like you.
Thank you to
Peterson and Smith.
Larson Farms.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
Spot on. And then you're going to introduce your co-host. Ta-da! Whose name I hope you know.
No.
No. This is the practice version.
Mophead.
Yes. Maria LaCasse.
Oh, golly.
Midnight Rose Equestrian.
And that's going to be written on the board for me, right?
Yes. I think now, yes.
Yes.
It wasn't a plan, but now it's the
No,
plan.
I
I'm
just
going to leave
need
you
to
with a
have-
full teleprompter.
Yes, and then you've got to introduce yourself. Can you manage that?
No.
You've got to say, I'm your host
Dancing Pete Rodda here on the Horse Talk Show.
from Complementary
Horsemanship.
So next week's show, anyway, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You
She's
can
holding
kiss
my
it
hand.
if you want. Oh, don't. So welcome to the show. That was our new start. I hope you enjoyed that. And anyway, so the plan this week is to talk about the Hobby Horse Equestrian Games. That'll be later on in the show.
Woohoo.
We're also going to talk about the Breeders' Cup, which is coming up. We have a nice little template that Gigi made, and I can't see it because, but yes, there is a nice little template that shows Peterson and Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care is our presenting sponsor, and also Larson Farms, Seminole Feed Stores, the Equus Inn, Showcase Properties of Central Florida, the Chamber in Economic Partnership, and the Ocala Dog Ranch. So, we'll be bringing you lots and lots of inside information about the Ocala Marion County connections to the richest weekend in horse racing. 14 races. Very good. Excellent. Millions and millions and millions of dollars. It's very exciting to see the up-and-coming juveniles in those races, many of those connected here to our area. And Flightline, of course, will be in the Classic. And we have a Steve Haskin segment we're going to show you probably next week if Pete doesn't know what to talk about. So we'll be sharing that with you anyway, and his thoughts on Flightline, who was trained here by April Mayberry was actually in his stall the other day. He's unbeaten, in 5 races. He's a pretty off the charts horse. Woo-hoo. Really amazing. Yeah, I was actually in his stall the other day with April, and she actually showed me the latch on the stall that he tore his rear end on.
Horses are fun.
I know. He stood up and, bashed himself on the bum. But anyway, so he's really an amazing horse.
Ouch.
We'll be definitely keeping an eye on him. People talking about Epicenter, who I can't connect here yet. I'm trying. Tiber, of course, who was trained by Dean Lorenzo and his team. So lots of amazing horses that will be in the races, and we'll be keeping an eye on those, especially looking towards the Kentucky Derby next year. Seeing those juveniles coming out of the starting gate gives us a good idea of who we might be following in the springtime. So we'll be sharing all of that with you, and thank you to our sponsors making it possible that we can be there and be in the barns and meet some of these horses and get you some more interviews and keep those exciting moments coming. I have people tell me all the time they actually kind of feel like they're there with us, and so that's very special. We're going to mention, as I said, later we're going to show Dancing Pete Rodda. Not dancing, but actually raining. We're going to have that video for you, so that's definitely worth staying tuned for. But some events that are coming up. We have the stirrups and... Sorry?
Urban Cowboy.
Thank you, Gigi. Urban Cowboy. I need a lot of help. I need a lot of help. It's been a really, really busy few weeks. So thank you, Gigi. Yes, Urban Cowboy. I also can't see it, remember?
Yeah.
Because this is the Supers version of the show.
That's thrown me off. I'm like, I've got this, and then I didn't see the screen.
Right.
So.
I know.
But we both voted, and you're going to do the Dolly Parton thing.
Yes.
Oh, okay. You don't want me dancing, huh?
No, you'll be dancing
well, you
as
can
Dolly
dance,
Parton.
but you have to shave off the goatee. And you know what Claudia says about goatee? No goatee.
Okay.
That's Claudia. Yeah, so anyway, that has to go unless you want to be a hairy face.
We'll help you with the
Dolly Parton.
makeup and the lashes.
Yes, we'll do
and
it.
the wig.
We'll do the whole thing. And I won't know it's him. No, I have no idea.
Okay. Payback is coming.
Yes. December 3rd at Stirrups and Strides in Citra under their covered arena. They're having their annual event. And it is $75 a ticket, or you can sponsor an entire table, take some guests. Or you can be a sponsor of the event, and it'll be a lot of fun. There'll be country dancing led by Dancing Pete Rodda.
Woo!
You know the Horse Talk Show has a table, right? So you'll have to make sure you're at that. And we'll have to get Betsy. Yes. Because she's wild. Hi,
Look at me.
Hi, Betsy.
I ain't scared.
No, you should be scared. She's Annie Oakley on steroids, that lady. She's the best. Oh, she's amazing.
Apparently, she's like the greatest at teaching roping, too.
Really? Oh, I don't know, but she took me boot shopping last night.
Oh, no.
1 minute. How did that happen? Golly. We've got, I was about to say Dr. Chaot, but it's not. We have a new doctor from Peterson and Smith Equine Hospital who's going to tell you a little bit about him. So stay with us on the Horse Talk Show.
This show is brought to you in part by DAC Vitamins and Minerals of Florida. All horses need a solid immune system, excellent joint support, a healthy gut, and DAC has all the vitamins and minerals they need with the NASC stamp of approval. So like them on Facebook now or go to feeddac.com. DAC, it makes a world of difference.
With over 70 years of collective experience in the horse industry, Lip Chip was built with integrity by horsemen for horsemen. Introducing the Chip Link system, powered by Lip Chip, where a 15-digit unique ID becomes a key to unlock not only identity, but also health paperwork, owner information, and even photos of each horse. So simple, even a child can do it. The future is here. The future is Lip Chip.
Justine Dutton, Grand Prix show jumper and previously international event rider, coming to you from Notting Hill Stables in Ocala, Florida. Here at Notting Hill Stables, we use Equine Therapy International PAMF ActivoMed blankets on all of our show jumpers. These help to relax muscles and promote blood flow and circulation. We use the ActivoMed blanket on a daily basis as well as at competitions. It helps us a lot at competitions, especially before they start jumping. The tense horses really like it because it just helps to relax their muscles so they feel ready and confident to go in the ring. After the horses have jumped, we like to put it on and it really helps with recovery. I would highly recommend Equine Therapy International and all their products for all your therapeutic needs.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital.
Hi, this is Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith. You're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
I'm Louisa Barton for the Horse Talk Show and Equus Television here at Peterson and Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Joining us, not Dr. Adam Kayot, as usual, but we actually have a new veterinarian here with us that's joined Peterson and Smith recently, and that's Dr. Marcos Pérez. Dr. Pérez, welcome to the show. Thank you for being with us. Tell us a little bit about you. You're from Spain. Tell us a little bit about growing up in Spain.
Yeah, I grew up in the countrysides in Spain, in the mountains, so I grew up around horses, not riding them, but I was all the time feeding them and like petting them all around my house, and not only horses, cows and other farm animals were there, and growing in Spain was great. It was like an amazing country with more or less same warm weather, a little bit drier than Ocala, but like pretty nice weather to live around, and food is great there, so it was an amazing place to grow up there. I went to vet school there, so it was a very, very good experience. At that time that I did vet school, there was like a lot of cases going through the vet school, through the hospital. They built the hospital in I think 1993, and it was like pretty new and pretty big, wide open plan, and it was a great experience to be a vet student in that environment. And also it's right next to the racetrack, so I had a good racetrack experience there. A really beautiful racetrack there in Madrid. Yeah.
Making me want to go and take a visit. What made you decide that you wanted to be a veterinarian, and how old were you that you remember you thought this is what I want to do?
Well, I always wanted. My father was a doctor, a human doctor, so he studied that. So I always wanted to be more or less interested. I was more interested in science forever, and then I was more interested in health science in my high school years. So I was debating on going on to med school versus vet school, and at the end I decided vet school because like the treatment of the animals is like it has to be a passion. Like it's like so nice to like, and then the horse especially, like see their eyes and like see how thankful sometimes they are in like that you're taking care of them and everything. So it's a beautiful animal and a beautiful like career. Like I think a career is a passion career more than anything, and if you like it, I think you love it.
Very, very rewarding. And much more difficult, in my opinion, than being a people doctor, because at least the people can tell you what they're feeling and thinking and where it hurts. So it's a definitely more challenging, I think, in diagnosis than people, but very rewarding when you see the horse. So thankful that you've done so much to help, right?
Yeah, and not only the horse and the owners too. Like it's a very rewarding to see how they improve and everything. So yeah, I think I love it for.
So tell us a little bit about your specialty, kind of what you specialize in, so that our listeners and viewers kind of get to know a little bit about what you like to do.
So I, like, as I said, in the vet school, like there was a racetrack really close by, and I really liked the treatment of the race horses and the race population of diseases that they have, and making the racehorse like a good athlete. And then during my training, I also spent a lot of time in Kentucky doing an internship there for a year and a half there in Hagyard Equine, and so that was also race population and yearling thoroughbreds. So I think that's more or less my main focus. However, I did my residency in a totally different horse population with a lot of sport horses and quarter horses and other disciplines, Western disciplines in UC Davis, California. So I have the background for everything, but my main focus, my main interest is orthopedics and fracture repair and helping this thoroughbred industry.
So any hobbies and how do you like Ocala so far? Horse capital of the world. We have over 60 breeds of horses. It must be a little bit different, right?
Yeah, exactly. No, that's what I chose to come here. It was I think the greatest opportunity of my career to come here to the area where there's everything. There's the sport horses, but there's also this thoroughbred population that's still there. And it's a very growing horse community, horse capital of the world. It still can grow and still is growing. I read that Ocala is one of the most growing cities in North America. So we're here for that. We're here to help the growth and the health of the horses that are here and they're coming probably. And now Ocala, I chose Ocala not only for the job, but for the weather too, and the nice viewings, grassy patches, amazing landscape. Hobbies that I have, of course, I play a little bit of golf, so this is great. And I play soccer. I was quite not very good, but good at soccer when I was in high school, and I played through college too. So here I also enjoy playing soccer in the grass.
The good weather for that.
Exactly. Yes.
Last question for you, Dr. Perez. Joining Peterson and Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care recently, you've been around the team a little bit. What is your kind of first impression? Is wow, incredible, right?
Yeah, exactly, and especially in the area and the other hospitals too. The environment, the very, very healthy and very friendly environment. They welcome you with open arms. They adapt to whatever need I had for coming from another place that they do things maybe differently. They totally adapt, and I adapt to them too. So I think it's been a great fit, and I'm really happy to have been around working with these technicians and other doctors that are really, really helpful. Really an amazing job for sure.
We want to welcome you. Very excited to have you on board. It's a pleasure to meet you. Dr. Marcos Pérez here at Peterson and Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care, one of their new veterinarians on staff. We're very excited to have him here in the horse capital of the world. Louisa Barton for the Horse Talk Show.
Thank you to our presenting sponsor, Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care, and our broadcast sponsor, Larson Farms. Also, thank you to supporting sponsors, DAC Vitamins and Minerals, Seminole Feed Stores, Piranha, TT Distributors, and Midnight Rose Equestrian.
This show is brought to you in part by Seminole Feed Stores, family owned since 1934. Manufacturing fixed formula horse feeds with mindful monitoring and quality ingredients right here in Ocala in an all-natural, non-medicated feed mill. Seminole Feed, simply the world's best and safest feed. Like them on Facebook now or find them at SeminoleFeed.com.
tired of the rigors of keeping your horse's water troughs clean and free of algae, you need the Drinking Post Waterer, an automatic waterer for horses, livestock and cattle. Field tested for over 40 years. The Drinking Post Waterer is the gold standard of non-electric automatic waterers. Check them out on Facebook or find them on the web at dpwaterer.com.
Horses. Piranha! Oh no! Oh, the humanity! Oh, piranha.
Talk show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital.
Hi, this is Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith. You're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Thank you for joining us on the Horse Talk Show presented by Peterson and Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Thank you to Larson Farms, our broadcast sponsor, Idaho's finest alfalfa. That was how we really do it, by the way. I know you saw the blooper version earlier, but we were training Dancing Pete for his big role, his debut next week. So
we can't do it right the first time, so I can look good for next week.
Right. That's right. And I have Pete Rodda here with me from Complementary Horsemanship, and also Maria LaCasse, who has been working on my shoulders. She is a massage therapist for equine and humans from Midnight Rose Equestrian. She's also a dressage rider, and she has the best hands in the world. I'm not making it up. Your horse will love you if you get her out there to work on him or her, and if she works on you as well, you and your horse will probably be much more effective together and win everything. Did I say that? I also have special guests in the studio with me this week. We have had Christine Massinger with us before from the Horse Protection Association. Welcome back.
Thank you so much.
And we have Patrice here with us, also joining us, and we've got some things to chat about. Yeah. But before we talk about this, get us up to date on... And tell us, Patrice, about your role. You might have to come in a little closer to the mic and cuddle up. Tell us a little bit about your role.
I'm the treasurer of HPAF, and I've been there for about a year, just about a year. So, yes, and it's my favorite client.
I was going to say yes, probably, right? That's an easy do.
My cup of tea, yes.
Tell us what's going on a little bit, Christine, since you were last with us, and kind of get us up to date on some of the things that are going on at the farm.
Well, we are really proud to say that we've had one of the most successful adoption years that we've ever had, right?
Ever had.
And Patrice was doing the count. What was the count? What did it come in at?
We have fostered and adopted in 2022 over 40 horses equine. Yes, and
wow, that's excellent. Yes. Yeah,
and we started, and we purposefully really pushed this year for adoption and to find the forever homes for the equine. And we started, I think it was about 38 at the end of 2021, and like I said, 40. and we have about 37 now. So we really, it's not just the ones that got adopted, but it's the ones that we got to bring in too. So it's been really wonderful, really
That's
wonderful.
fantastic.
Yeah, it is.
So
It's exciting.
That's one of the biggest things that's been happening at Horse Protection. We have a brand new leadership team, as a lot of people are now aware, and we're very, very proud of this team. This is a group of people that are coming together. This is not just a one-person thing. It's I always say I'm just the executive director.
Just.
I'm literally just the executive director. We have so many great people that work there. We have Patrice, who keeps us in line with the books and the IRS. We have our farm manager Lisa, who just is wonderful with the animals, and she's just so caring. We have a new adoption coordinator, Sandra, who is
Sandra Van.
Yes.
Yes, she's been to some of our CEP horse meetings.
Yes.
Love her. She's
Yes,
fantastic.
and she's great with horses and humans.
She has a huge heart.
She really does. And so this team is really, and of course we have our equine care staff that are just wonderful. And we have our donors. And the donors are the ones that really help us the most, because it costs us $9,000 a month to care for our horses, and that's just the feed and the hay. That's not the vet bills. That's not the unexpected vet bills. So if it weren't for the donors, and if it weren't for the great team that we have, we could not do it. We could not help these horses.
So tell us about some of the horses that you have at the farm.
Oh my goodness, there's so
give
many.
Give us a couple of big characters, big personalities.
Big personalities. Well, we have Jackie, Regina, and John that came, and they were in the care of an elderly woman who could no longer take care of them financially or physically. Regina and John are donkeys, and Jackie is the horse amongst them. But they were so bonded, and she didn't want to give them away separately, so we took them in and have been caring for them, and they're doing fantastically at Horse Protection. We have Chatty, who is a thoroughbred, who is a really sweet horse that was a broodmare and needed a forever sanctuary, and so we're taking care of her. Patrice has a really interesting story to tell you about two equines that she's very familiar with.
Yeah, so when I started, like I said, last year, I saw this beautiful little filly thoroughbred. Oh, she was just adorable, and she had broken her knee in the starting gate. So she has a pin in her knee, and she was 2.5 at the time. And I just fell in love with her. She looks just like my partner, and he's 17, and I was just enamored with her. And then along came another, she's a Welsh pony.
Oh, I love a Welsh pony.
And she's 22, and they became bestest of buds. So, and it was really, really sweet. And actually, we call the Welsh pony we named Emma Jean, and the thoroughbred filly we named Deja. And Emma Jean is like her handmaiden. She just is like, her little glue, and she won't let anybody near her or anything. And we have 3 geldings. This is so sweet. This is so cute.
That's little Courage, and that's his best friend, Little Boone. And Courage is one of the minis that's taking place. He's participating. He's one of the stars of our Spirit Walk. There he is in his bow tie.
Oh, isn't he so adorable?
And I have a little story to share with you about Courage, because a very interesting person adopted him.
Yes, get Mike a little closer.
I'm sorry.
You guys can lean like we are like this.
A very interesting person adopted little Courage, and that would be me.
I don't blame you.
Whoops. I know. Yeah. Exactly. And now my husband and I have 10 horses, and it was not expected, but he came for
10 is a good number.
10 is a good number.
It's a good number. It's much better than 9.
But yes, the Courage is participating in our Spirit Walk program, which is a very special program.
Yes, you must tell us about this.
I'm very eager to. We're very excited about this. So this is a walk of renewal and healing, and it's taking place at the farm in Micanopy, which is in Marion County on 148 acres. The walk is about a mile long, and a participant chooses to walk with one of 4 rescued mini horses. And the mini horses are named Faith, Hope, Love, and Courage. And so Faith is at the top, Hope is second, and Love is on the in middle, and then courage is at the bottom there. And so a participant chooses to walk with either faith, hope, love, or courage based on what they most need in their life at the moment.
Oh dear.
I know.
That's a bit tough,
I
right
know,
there.
I know.
Get the hankies out.
And I was going to say, well, what do you do? Can you walk with all four?
Yes.
This guy can teach you how to do that.
Yeah. And during the walk, there are resting spots, and there are benches along the path. And at each bench, there is a very reflective question. And I have the little booklet here that contains the questions. But it's really like literally a mini pilgrimage. And there's a picture of the bench that they were donated to us by a lovely donor. I'm so grateful to them for donating that. And those are the benches that are going to be out on the path. But at each bench, you reflect on a question, and such as, why did you choose this particular mini? What was it about their name that
Do you have like
resonated?
tissues at the bench?
Yeah, I know.
Lots of them.
I think we need to pass out tissues right
I
now.
know.
I know.
That's why she brought the tissues.
Yes,
seriously.
You guys are so sweet.
That's amazing.
You guys
Yeah,
are
no,
so
it is.
sweet.
It is.
And
It's really
and
special.
one of the really nice questions is, what do you want to say to your mini as a thank you before you go? And so it's really these little minis, all rescued. Faith and Hope were in the care of an elderly woman that couldn't care for them anymore. And so that's why we named them Faith and Hope, because, there's faith and hope in humanity, that humanity would step in and help this person out and help these minis out. Love was rescued from Pasco County. She was, whoops.
She's here in the studio.
Right behind me. Anyhow.
Well, hold that thought.
I'll hold it.
Yes, hold that
Okay.
thought, and we'll come right back and we'll talk a little more to these wonderful ladies, and let's hear the rest of the story about these minis. Stay with us on the Horse Talk Show. Current equine microchips can migrate by up to 30%, causing difficulty when scanning. With over 70 years of collective horse industry experience, LipChip offers a new, more effective method of microchipping, partnering with veterinarians and technology experts to ensure humane and practical microchipping. LipChip was built by horsemen for horsemen. Nowadays, the performance horse industry is in need of both integrity and transparency. LipChip is the future of horse microchipping, with cutting-edge technology functional for every discipline. Find LipChip on social media, and for more information, lipchipllc.com. The future is here. The future is LipChip.
This show is brought to you in part by DAC Vitamins and Minerals of Florida. All horses need a solid immune system, excellent joint support, a healthy gut, and DAC has all the vitamins and minerals they need with the NASC stamp of approval. So like them on Facebook now, or go to feeddac.com. DAC, it makes a world of difference.
World-class equine rehab promoting faster recovery is available at the Equine Performance Centre Ocala. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy, an underwater treadmill, a saltwater spa, an aquapacer, MagnaWave, a vibration plate, swimming pool, massage and laser therapies. With post-surgical care, memberships, packages and BOGOs, EPC delivers a rejuvenated horse through proven and innovative rehab. Like Equine Performance Centre now on Facebook and find them on the web at epcrehab.com. The Larson family has been farming hay in Idaho for generations, with a mission to always provide high-quality hay products at a fair and reasonable price. Larson Hay loves to meet new customers while always honouring the ones they already have. Find Larson Hay on the web at larsonhay.com, like them on Facebook, and definitely visit one of their locations. Larson Hay, Idaho's finest alfalfa, and our television broadcast sponsor.
Welcome back to the Horse Talk Show.
You never heard of a talking horse? Well, listen to this.
With your host, Louisa Barton.
What does it feel like to be in love with a horse?
Presented by Palm Chevrolet, your hometown Chevy experience.
Back in the saddle again.
Now, here's your pretty Louisa Barton.
You're fab. You're switched on. You're a bit of all right. Yes.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital.
Back on the second half of the Horse Talk Show, presented by Palm Chevrolet, your hometown Chevy experience. Thank you to Larson Farms, our broadcast sponsor, Idaho's finest alfalfa. Louisa Barton here with my co-host Maria LaCasse from Midnight Rose Equestrian, massage therapist for humans and horses. Behind me, as my father would say, lurking, is, well, there he is, dancing Pete Rodda of Complementary Horsemanship, and special guests in the studio with us this week. We have Christine and Patrice from the Horse Protection Association of Florida. Very nice to have you guys with us.
Thank you.
We've been sharing a little bit about the horses and the spirit walk that made us all cry a little bit. I think this is lovely.
Thank you.
And I think that having these minis and having people come and take a mini for a walk is really special. Tell us a little bit about how this helps you fundraise to look after the horses that you guys save.
So when somebody comes to our website and they reserve a mini for the walk, by the way, the minis can be walked every Saturday and Sunday of the year because it's a program. So they just simply go to the website, they reserve a mini to walk with, and there's a $50 donation. But the $50 donation goes to fill the food bank for the rescue horses at Horse Protection. So it's really a special thing where those little minis are given back to the big horses, and the people are giving back to the minis. And there's a little clip of our food bank there and how important it is to keep it going, because as you can imagine, it's quite a big expense every month to fill.
Yes, absolutely.
So when you like book a time, is there like a certain time frame that you have to be like done by if you're like a slow walker?
So like if you want to spend the whole day with a mini, you can, yes.
Yeah, so it should take about an hour and a half to do the walk, and that gives the individual time to reflect at each of the benches. But if you're a little late, don't worry. We just want you there, and we just want you to have a good experience. So.
It's all about the experience, right?
Yeah.
You can't really rush that, but
yeah.
But that makes sense,
Yeah.
yes.
I wanted to tell you about Love and Courage, if I may.
You may,
The other two
yes.
minis. So Love was found running in Pasco County, and she was with the stallion, and they couldn't find her owner, and then they finally found her owner, and her owner didn't want her. And so we named her Love because we love her. And Courage came to us untouchable. He was literally afraid of any human touch.
Yes.
If anybody would raise a hand to him, he would just actually just go into a meltdown.
So cute. I want to kiss him.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
he really is cute.
And so he's now doing wonderfully, and now loves kisses and hugs and all sorts of human affection. And so we're very proud. There he is. And these are tutorials that when you go to our website and you click on the reservation, there are 4 tutorials that you'll watch to get you ready for the walk. And this is your first tutorial. And we talk about how minis are sentient beings, not minis, but all equines are sentient beings, and how important it is to remember that, you're partnering with them and that they feel what you feel. And so this isn't just a grab and go sort of event. This is this is a partnering that's taking place. And so that's little Courage and me in a tutorial that's shown on our website when somebody clicks on the reservations.
How nice. So they get to see kind of the little character they're coming to walk with.
Right.
How cool is that?
Yeah. And he really is a special guy. They're all very, very special.
That's so wonderful. Now, how many horses are there total on the farm right now?
Right now, there are 43.
43.
43.
Wow. Sorry, you were going to ask.
Oh, no. Are people allowed to bring the pony snacks, or is that kind of...
Oh, that's a very good question. And
it really is a good question.
I think you asked that question because you saw how chunky Courage is. And,
are there snacks involved?
And the answer is no, thank you. Yeah. And it's because, as you all know, minis especially are prone to founder, and so we want to be really careful of their diet, especially little Courage. He wears a grazing muzzle.
He probably doesn't need too many sweets.
No, I call it Diet Coke when I put his grazing muzzle on. It's Diet Coke.
I know, I've had to do it. I don't like them, but I'm not a fan of grazing muzzles, but you have to do it. It's better than a founder.
Exactly.
So.
That's exactly right.
You just feel terrible. They look at you like... And people, I always think people are looking at me going, you are so cruel.
Oh, yeah.
You don't understand. It's cruel to be kind.
Yes,
It just, you feel bad. But they can drink and eat.
Oh,
and they still get some pieces of grass through there. They just can't scorf it.
Yeah, they can't scorf it.
And a lot of them are good at eating in those things.
Yeah, I know. They actually get to be quite...
get very good at it.
Yes, they do. It just slows them down a little bit, you know. They're like, everybody's probably owned a dog that bolts its food.
Yeah.
And minis are just like vacuum cleaners.
Yes.
They just want everything. So.
Yeah.
But it sounds like a lovely experience for people. And something that actually was commented to me about our event this Saturday that we did at the horse park was that 80 or 90% of the children that came and participated there, and adults, were not people who were regularly around horses.
Yes.
So,
interesting.
and they loved it.
Yes.
So I think something like this is a win-win. It's not just a fundraiser for you, but it's also an experience that somebody can come and be around horses as well.
Right.
And have that experience without having to necessarily know a lot.
Right.
Exactly right.
Just the basic
They
leading and
Yes.
being around a horse.
Right.
So
They might be touching the little mini for the first time they've ever touched an
Right.
equine is a little mini at horse protection, and that's wonderful.
I think so too.
I was telling Christine before we came here that that I've always been only around large equine. I had not been around donkeys and or minis. And now I have such a heart for them. They're just lovely.
You
they really
can't help
are.
it, can you?
Yeah, and I saw Courage on his first day on the farm, and then I saw him again, and I'm like, oh my goodness, is this the same guy? So it's really amazing. It's really amazing.
And I'm sure you have some transformation cases, horses that come in incredibly, probably with a very poor body condition and score, and I'm sure that you see great improvement in them.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, we literally have horses come at a body score 1, and we had a couple come with a body score of 2. As a matter of fact, one of the minis, there's a photo of one of the horses.
Oh, my
but now
goodness.
This is day 50.
So that looks like a different horse.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Aw.
And we have a new tagline, because we're not just about
Turning
fattening-
tragedy into triumph.
Yeah,
That just gave me goose pimples.
Good, good. Because we're not just about fattening them up. We're about rehoming them and into loving homes and really turning their tragedy into triumph, which is what we've done with these minis. Is they've all had these tragedies, but look how they're being so triumphant in what they're giving back to the community.
It's amazing.
What are your adoption requirements?
That's a great question. So we have adoption applications that have to be filled out, and in the adoption application, somebody has to provide photographs of their home or videos of their home and farm, their fencing, their troughs, etc. We ask for all their personal information and run background checks. We make sure that nobody has been convicted and that's important, convicted is the word, not charged, of any sort of animal abuse situation. And then after they complete the adoption application, then we're into the formal adoption agreement. So it literally takes us a good several weeks before we are ready to adopt out, because we do our homework. And they're also, the adoptee is doing their homework too about us, and
Right.
whether we're legitimate. So,
And very quickly, because we only have a moment left, tell us how people can find out more about you. Is Facebook the best way, website?
Facebook is a good way. Our website, www.hpaf.org. Please go to our website, look up the Spirit Walk, which is under the programs, and just come and have a great walk with a Minnie.
We're going to. Well, the four of us are going to do it. And Isaac, you might be at home. We're missing you, by the way. You're going to be filming us walking with Minnies, because we're going to do this.
Bring the drone.
Wonderful.
Yes, I think it's fantastic. Thank you guys so much,
you.
both of
Thank
you.
you.
We'll be right back on the Horse Talk Show. Stay with us.
Thank you to our presenting sponsor, Palm Chevrolet, and broadcast sponsor, Larson Farms. Also, thank you to supporting sponsors, Equine Therapy International, Nirvana Medical Spa, the Equine Performance and Innovative Centre, Summit Joint Performance, and Equine.
This hour of the Horse Talk Show is presented by Palm Chevrolet in Ocala, where the entire team is committed to making your experience in sales and service hassle-free and easier than ever with no games or gimmicks. Come in and visit on Southwest College Road or online at palmchevrolet.com. A second-to-none experience with all the amenities. Palm Chevy, find new roads.
Nirvana, Ocala's premier medical spa, is leading the way in great skin with all the newest in treatment options, offering prejuvenation for younger clients and rejuvenation for all ages. Nirvana knows you want to look your very best, but we've all seen people with the telltale signs of too much work. We want you to look like you, just better, brighter and younger, with all the newest and best in technology, and all in the most beautiful surroundings. Like Nirvana Medical Spa on Facebook and find them on the web at nirvanamedicalspa.com. Become a better, brighter and younger you. Piranha, your trusted leader in insect control for 50 years. The official fly spray for World Equestrian Centre. From the strongest water-based equine spray in the blue bottle to the familiar and long-time favourite in the yellow bottle. Wipe and spray, we've got you covered. If you're looking for effective plant-based fly spray, then look for our Zero Bite in the green bottle. Check us out online at piranhainc.com. That's P-Y-R-A-N-H-A, piranhainc.com, to learn more about Piranha's entire family of products. Piranha, it works.
My name is Dr. Natalie Solomon. I formulated Equine with cutting-edge science and technology alongside the passion that is represented by a lifelong love of horses. I created a product that I would trust for my horses because they deserve nothing but the best for their bodies. Horses rely on us to take care of them, to love them, to respect them. This is how Equine came to life. Equine, CBD for your horse that you can trust.
Hi, this is Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith. You're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Welcome back to the Horse Talk Show, presented by Palm Chevrolet, your hometown Chevy experience. Thank you to Larson Farms, our broadcast sponsor. Idaho's finest alfalfa. Louisa Barton here in the studio with Maria LaCasse, my co-host, and
Dancing Pete.
Therapist, and Dancing Pete, who's going to be hosting the show next Tuesday.
With Maria, hopefully.
Maria already called in sick.
I will be here.
Maria called in sick already for next Tuesday.
Maria's going to be here for the comic relief for me. I'll be the straight man.
Yes. This is great.
That was great.
Mm-hmm. I think this is absolutely fantastic.
I love the booklet, too, to reflect on all of the...
I know, the questions.
Yeah.
And this is a Winston Churchill, if you didn't know. The outside of a horse is good for the inside of a man.
It's a good thing you're from Britain, right?
It is, because I know that, yes. So anyway, we're going to talk to you a little bit about an event that we had last Saturday, and it actually was the inaugural Hobby Horse Equestrian Games presented by Everglades Equipment Leesburg, your local John Deere dealer, and it was pretty phenomenal for inaugural. Now, when I say inaugural, we did have a little kind of a practice last year because Kayla van der Walt was going to the Paralympics and we wanted to help her get there. So in a few weeks, we threw together a stick horse games just for fun. And then we thought it was so much fun, we should do the real thing on a big scale. And so we did. And it was a big scale, all right. We had a lot of people there. There's Kayla and her mom, Kim. And I want to do a shout out for Kim right now because she was with me all day, as was Maria and Pete. They hung in there just pretty much all day long. It was a lot of work. But it was a great fun event. So Kim and then Kayla, of course, helped with the stick horse dressage with Maria, and Maria
Props to
was
her. She just like ran all of the tests.
Weren't you
with
glad
all
she
the
did
kids.
that?
Oh yeah, I was like, this is great. I'm just gonna score everything. You're awesome.
Well, you looked like hired for the job official score person all day. I was like, this girl's amazing. She just jumped right in. Oh, and there's Apollo and what is that draft horse's name? But that is Rudy's nephews came with the hay rides, courtesy of Larson Farms. And I sat on my first draft horse.
Really? That was your first?
Butt look small. Yes, I never sat
Why
on
do you
a
think
draft
I
horse.
always like big horses.
And made my bum look little. And there's one of those...
No comment.
No comment. There's gentle carousel miniature therapy horses who made sure that all the little kids met Apollo, which is really fantastic. And a lot of these photographs were actually... There's Isaac, look. Yay. A lot of these photographs are actually taken by Debbie from Gentle Carousel. I don't know which ones, but a lot of them. That's a great photograph right there. Look at the comparison between those two.
From the smallest to the biggest.
Yes, and that's Tricia Lynn up there, who was going to sing the national anthem.
We won't talk about that.
We're friends on Facebook.
Oh, I think I recorded it.
Oh, no.
Oh, I'm fairly certain that I did. There's Sophia.
Aww.
She is just precious. Sophia is. She rode in the parade on her own. Just amazing. And this is just a part of the meet and greet. We had quite a lot of demos going on throughout the day. We had Elisa Gutierrez, who did a little horsemanship, some basic groundwork, which we had quite a nice little audience for. There's the racing. And I got to say, Kurt Lonker, well done, because Kurt made me... You're not going to believe this, but Kurt made the starting gate the night before. Because we'd had several attempts at making a starting gate that were not working out. So he made a 3D picture. This is raining, by the way.
It was so cute watching
Yes.
them do the patterns.
Yes, and Shannon Rafus, hats off to her for missing the World Championship show her daughter was at to bring her reigning royalty self down to the Florida Horse Park for us. And she did such a great job for us.
She was great. She actually ran the whole pattern at the beginning.
She did. Shannon is a really good sport. Her daughter, Madison, is a top reiner. There's the starting gate. Well done, Kurt. Look at that. I think he did a nice job.
That's
making that
amazing.
look. He did that at midnight on
Wow.
Friday night.
Kurt's amazing.
Kurt is amazing. And he made that look so good and so realistic. And I thought, just fantastic.
So check out Lonka Graphics.
Yes, Lonka Graphics. Yes, well done. He's quite something. And the kids had an absolute blast. And Betty Gray and her daughter Kathy from Strips and Strides had these amazing horses they'd made out there out of mops that were so good. And these kids, Jackie Demerick came out to help teach the racing. She is a top trainer. Her and her husband Nick, we were actually at their farm today. They've been training in Ocala for 40 years, and neither one of them even look 40. But Jackie starts them in the round pen, and Nick trains them at the racetrack. And they had Nick's Go last year that won the Breeders' Cup Classic and Horse of the Year. And every year they have horses in major Grade 1 stakes races, and Jackie took the time to come out and work with these kids.
We should thank the herd of horses, stick horses that had to participate with the kids.
That's
they did
right.
really well.
They did very well.
Found new homes.
Yes, and then we had the polo with David Eldridge from Team Resolute.
Oh no!
Oh
no!
Should we put the sound on this?
No. Gigi, thank
Gigi
you.
shake
I'm
their
paying
head,
Gigi for that one.
Yeah. That was
and that's the end.
Yes, and this little girl right here, bless my socks off.
Grace.
Grace, she came up to me at the end and she said, "Do we really have to be done?" And I said, "Can you say anything on camera?" She did. She said, "Why does it have to be over?" Oh. It broke the camera.
Did he win this round?
I think he did.
Yeah, I won.
I think he won. He won, yeah.
It won't play. Oh, it'll play the national anthem, but it won't play my reigning.
Camera. No. Are you serious? Did it really? We got to try again.
Well, I got 2 stick horses so I can make 11s when I slid.
Oh, it's probably because it's 2 minutes long. No?
Oh.
Glitch. Look at that. We couldn't air it. And it was Pete reigning.
Yes.
And he did a phenomenal job. And then we had a breed parade. We had George there looking in the front. Then we had those amazing Appaloosas. Oh, I don't have my phone. I was going to say, Jody, who is on Sunny the Appaloosa in the back of those 3, sent me a message that night after the event and said her friend has this retreat in, I have to read it, but anyway, it's down south of here, and she said, after this event and all your hard work, I want you to come and stay for 3 days, go camping at her ranch, which is it's a retreat getaway type of thing, and we're going to ride all 3 days. I'm going to have a horse there for you ready, called Dash. There's Betsy. Good old Betsy.
I love Betsy.
I love Betsy.
And isn't it fun to get on that wagon with Larson's hay in the back?
And sit on the finest alfalfa in the world.
Wow.
I was going to say the USA, but then I'm like, world.
Idaho's finest.
But
alfalfa.
It's the finest in the world. That's it, finest in the world. And anyway, she said, 3 days, I've got a horse for you. You'll come and stay out there in camp with us, and we're going to ride everywhere, down the canals and through all these beautiful trails and up these really steep hills. And I was grinning like a Cheshire cat.
Wow.
I'm praying you don't have any snakes like your previous camping event.
Stop. That was survival. That was a whole different ball game.
Get you a lariat and sleep around inside the lariat. That's how it keeps the snakes away. At least that's the cowboy logic. Don't know if it's true.
We'll be back in just a minute.
Yes. Thank you to our presenting sponsor, Palm Chevrolet, and broadcast sponsor, Larson Farms. Also, thank you to supporting sponsors, Equine Therapy International, Nirvana Medical Spa, the Equine Performance and Innovative Center, Summit Joint Performance, and Equine.
Hi, I'm Alan Davies with Equine Therapy International. Today we're at Engineered Equine Performance, celebrating the new saltwater chilled treadmill. This particular chilled equine saltwater treadmill is a game changer. As you can see, the finest materials are used, the filtration system, coarse, fine filtration, no chemicals. We use UV, ozone, combination of filtration to keep the highest water chemistry standards. Being a saltwater unit, only the finest stainless steel and materials are used. That's important when it comes to longevity and cost of service over the life of the unit. This unit also has integrated massage jets with fine bubbles and coarse air bubbles for the therapy. The control system on this is Siemens industrial grade, top of the line technology, straight from Germany, but also serviceable here in the US.
World-class equine rehab promoting faster recovery is available at the Equine Performance Center Ocala. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy, an underwater treadmill, a saltwater spa, an aquapacer, MagnaWave, a vibration plate, swimming pool, massage and laser therapies. With post-surgical care, memberships, packages and BOGOs, EPC delivers a rejuvenated horse through proven and innovative rehab. Like Equine Performance Center now on Facebook and find them on the web at epcrehab.com.
This show was brought to you in part by TT Distributors, dedicated to bringing their customers the largest selection of quality horse supplements, products, and farrier supplies in Florida at affordable prices. Also online at ttdistributors.com.
This show is brought to you in part by Summit Joint Performance, promoting a healthy, thick synovial fluid, decreasing inflammation in the joints and improving the cushioning properties of the cartilage pads. All age horses can benefit from Summit Joint Performance.
Maria LaCasse of Midnight Rose Equestrian's background is in natural horsemanship and dressage principles, with a main focus on maintaining a balance of communication and correct biomechanics between horse and rider. Come to her farm, or she'll come to yours. Allow Maria to help you and your horse to unwind and balance to increase performance so that you can both be the best you can be together to build a lifelong partnership of success. Maria LaCasse of Midnight Rose Equestrian is a graduate of the Equine Natural Movement School for Equine Structural Integration and a Florida School of Massage graduate. Find Midnight Rose Equestrian on social media and on the web at midnightroseequestrian.com and book your massage for your horse and you right away. The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital.
Hi, this is Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith. You're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Horses are herbivores, which means that they grass. Genetically related to the zebra and the ass. Horses sprang from cohippus 50 million years ago. Now there's many, many breeds of horses that we know.
Yes, you were getting out of your comfort bubble now, aren't you?
What are we doing? Arabians and Frisians, Dartmoor ponies, halflingers, and also Andalusians, Connemara, Oldenburg, Westphalia, Mecklenburg, and lots of other special breeds of which. I think I went the wrong way.
Tim Sullivan. What a guy. This is a great song.
Was that a friend of yours?
A friend of mine.
Kind of handsome.
Why is he scowling?
Why is he scowling?
In the picture, he's scowling.
They always do that. Have you never looked at album covers before? They never smile. Don't ask me why.
He looks like he's smelling something bad, though.
Yeah, a little bit. It's that pouty look.
Standardbreds a pacing horse, thoroughbreds a racing horse, and a horse crossed with a zebra is a creature
They call a horse.
There's hunting horses, jumping horses, horses for all kinds of jobs.
Did he write the song too?
He wrote the song.
Stocky, sturdy little cobs. Cowboys ride a quarter horse. For cattle, the best sort of horse. And in the Shetland Islands, they ride
A shorter horse.
Stab a Shetland.
Pinos, Morgans, Pasafinos, Missouri Foxtrotter, and the Mustang.
And the Palomino.
Tennessee's a walking horse. Mr. Ed's a talking horse. Finally, there's a mule, which is a stubborn kind of
Balking horse.
Please tell me you can yodel.
No, I can't. I can dance, not sing.
We know you can't sing.
Good thing you only
Sorry,
have to lip sync.
Invictus Real Estate.
Horses come in colors, not just black and white or brown. And if you start to name them, you can really go to town. There's amber, classic, gold, champagne, buckskin, chestnut, dun and bay, claybank, cream, and dunalino, silver dapple, dapple gray, Tobiano, and Overo, sooty sorrow.
So I told Louisa that she would love this song. And Tim Sullivan's a buddy of mine, and he gave you permission to use it.
Yeah.
So you can use it for whatever you want to.
I love it. I think it's great. It's spot on. Thank you, Tim. We love it. So, some mentions. You know what's coming out.
A garden fair.
Flowers.
The Piranha Life Golf Tournament.
Oh.
I would have never guessed based on the flowers.
No, I know. We'll get into that in a minute. But this is what just popped up. Thursday, December 15th. Out-of-town guests will arrive. There's an absolutely fantastic schedule. World Equestrian Centre Tour. Going to have some breakfast and registration on Friday morning the 16th. And there is going to be a lunch buffet. They are also having a silent auction and a dinner. And they're going to be playing the Piranha Life documentary screening. That's on the Thursday evening. And tournament beneficiaries are the Heart of Florida Youth Ranch Equestrian Program, and they're also going to be giving some of the funds to Canines for Warriors, and they're also going to donate $10,000 to the Equine cause, which will come through the Foundation for CEP and go directly 100% to the cause of helping the horses that have been affected and their owners from the aftermath of Ian. There's going to be some golf with PGA Pro Ted Potter and $75,000 in prizes for this tournament. So if you can sign up to be a team, or you can be a sponsor for the event, and it's all going to be a good cause, and that's going to all be at the Ocala Country Club. So
Are you playing?
I am.
Ooh.
In fact, I have to call Jacinto back, because I called him on Saturday and asked him if he would teach Betsy and I to play golf. That is the only jockey to ever beat Secretariat, and he beat Secretariat twice, and he's going to teach us how to play.
I hope he was on another horse. He wasn't running beside Secretary. Okay, just checking.
That would have actually been worth seeing.
Right.
But yes, he's a good golfer, and he's going to teach me how to golf because I don't know how. And then we're going to have one really good player, Jacinto, who's a really good player, and then Betsy and I.
So I shoot in the low 70s. If it gets any hotter than that, I don't play.
Is
If
that
you're not
good?
yes, that's good. If you're not a golf person, you don't know that.
I don't know if you're doing dressage, it's not bad.
That's true. I was like, are we
You
talking
might be
scores
happy.
or temperatures?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. They got it. That's all that matters.
They got it.
Anybody that plays golf got it.
I didn't.
I think we need a laughing track for him.
Yes, I know we do. I think so too. So the reason I have this on is because we have Breeders' Cup coverage coming up, a special broadcast with the local Ocala, Marion County connections to the most exciting weekend, I think, in racing. The Breeders' Cup races are absolutely phenomenal, going on the Friday and the Saturday of that weekend. And we'll have some juveniles running. One could very well be your Kentucky Derby winner next year.
Woo-hoo.
And we'll have the older horses running in the Classic. And I think it'll be very, very exciting. The Breeders' Cup Classic is always a kind of culmination for the end of racing for the year. And last year we got to see Jackie and Nick Demerick in there with the trophy and with Nick's go, and he ended up being Horse of the Year. And we've got to start watching these horses very closely now at the Demerick farm, because if one of the horses that's training now to go ahead and be a 2-year-old next year and could win a lot of really, really amazing races, the following year could win the Kentucky Derby, and I could say my Mustang ponied it.
Ooh, touch you. That's awesome.
Good old Flynn. He's doing such a good job. Bless him. So that'll be very exciting coverage. Make sure you tune in and follow us on social media, because even though we have one main broadcast airing, we'll also have lots of little clips going up from the barns and from the backside of the racetrack. And Maria is going to have her very first race experience, so we should probably start praying for her now, because I'm not going to make it up when I say it's a hectic schedule that we keep, and we'll be busy running around looking to get photos, video and interviews with any of those horses connected here. And it's almost always at least 2/3 of the horses were either bred here, trained here, or were here for some period of time, consigned here. And I do believe that our trainers here put a great foundation on these race horses and give them the best opportunity that they have to be successful, not just in their racing career, but beyond that when they move on to some other discipline in the future. So please tune in as we share a lot of these special people that we know personally that do such a fantastic job with the horses. Don't forget the lovely guests we had in here earlier are doing the Spirit Walk, and I love that. The ribbon cutting is coming right up on November 5th, and you can meet the Miracle Minis. I love this idea. I think it's so fantastic. And that's the Horse Protection Association, Northwest 130th Avenue in Micanopy. And I think we're going to pop out there as a team and do this. They're turning tragedy into triumph, just seeing some of those before and after pictures of what they've done for those horses is just amazing. And that's us. Flowers. Yes, wrapping it up. Next week, here's your host, Dancing Pete Rodda, your co-host Maria, whether you're in Ocala, Marion County or not. Happy horsing around. Till the same time next week with them.
Horse Talk Show gone wild.